Welcome back, so happy to see you again. And listen, there are a lot of different note-taking apps out there, but if you're not using them, they are totally useless. So in today's note-taking 101 video, I'll give you a model called 3Cs that you can implement today to go from taking no notes to be a very proficient note-taker. But now you might ask, why should I take notes in the first place? And there are two fundamental reasons for this. One is to safely forget everything on top of mind, so you have more room and attention to focus in the moment. Call it when you're working to get in the flow state, or when you're running trying to get in the zone, or when you are with your love and your life, in sofa in the bed and so forth, you know what I mean. Because here's the thing, our working memory can only hold up to 4 things simultaneously. And you probably experienced it when you walked into a store to buy a certain food, let's say cream, and then you get out from the store having bought 8 things, but none of them was cream. But you were so certain that you were going to remember it, but this happened. The other reason for note-taking is mental health. There are tons of books and articles out there who point to the fact that by simply writing your thoughts down, writing down everything that's overwhelming you, you get the perspective to see that your thoughts are just thoughts and they are not an indication of you. So you therefore get the perspective to do the best decision. So when you think about note-taking, think of it as offloading. You're scaling yourself to various entities, just as you delegate to employees, you're giving up control and so forth in order to get back more results. And to kick things off, here are the first C, which stands for choose. You want to choose something. Could be a note-taking app, could be a Google Doc, could be a post-it note, piece of paper, voice recording, whatever, that you can bring around at all times and feel most comfortable to you. And just pick the one which feels the easiest and you like the most. Let's say Apple Notes if you're an iPhone, or Google Keep if you're an Android, or even a lot of post-it notes, because you can always upgrade later. It's so easy to switch from note-taking app to note-taking app, and even if you are a proficient note-taker, you will still switch sometimes. I can certainly attest to that. So once you've chosen your preferred note-taking place of sorts, you will then go over to the next C, which is the capture instinct, or capture. Whenever you have a recurring thought that just cannot get out from your head for more than 10 minutes straight, or you have an idea or an insight that you just want to remember forever, or you feel particularly frustrated or worried or confused about what's going on, take it as a signal to write down your thoughts, write down what you're thinking at the moment. And you want to associate that feeling with something feeling blocked in your head, something wanted to get out, with just writing it down. Just as you associate hunger with eating or sleepiness with sleeping. And if you're new to this, it can be harder at first. Just as you're going to the gym first time, you don't really know what muscle burn is supposed to feel like. So I recommend you to once a day spend 2 or 3 or 5 minutes. Could be when you're waiting in line or sitting in a bus or something, just dead time, call it that. Use that time to simply brain dump. Write down what you're thinking, transcribing your inner voice, so to speak. Because then you will faster and faster realize the difference between you have something on your mind or when you've written it down and can't safely forget it. So once you've developed this capture instinct and have taken some notes, maybe 10, 20, 30 or 50, you will naturally transition over to the third and last C, which is customization or customize. Now you will have a taste or preference or even a larger interest to what you want in a note-taking app. And there are tons of different note-taking apps for what you want. Take for instance Notion, who is a lot about databases, and blocks, and dashboards and so forth. Or you got Roam, which is more network thoughts, bullet points all over the place, you can collapse and so forth. You got Obsidian, which is similar but more localized. And you also have Evernote, which is more categorization, capture everywhere and so forth. So with all of that, you can pick based on what you want, what you found the most interesting, and of course depending a lot on professional and personal aspirations. You can even use several note-taking apps for this. I, for instance, use both Notion and Reflect and even Google Tasks for idea generation and so forth, because I feel I get the best of all of them. So it's all a customized solution for you. But remember, it's not about the note-taking practice itself while you're doing this, although it might feel good in a moment. It's about what you will do with it. You have more attention to allocate to your work. allocate to your sport or allocate to your partner. And with that more enhanced attention, you are in a position to know more what you want, know more what is required to get there, and then actually do it. So that was the 3 C's of note taking, and let me know in the comments what you thought about it or if you found it helpful. And I'm also interested, if you've taken notes for a very long time, could be for months and years, how your journey started. What got you initially on this amazing path, and what are your tips to share with anybody? I'll see you in the video right here, and always remember that you're the most amazing human being alive.